can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting wise.
Put hands on you, give you real black eyes. Come on, don't do that. And that's the truth. I've had about enough.
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know if he a comedian.
You know you crossed the line when Ice Cube, yeah, the legend who wrote No Vaseline, pauses his billionaire grind just to throw shade your way. But that's exactly what happened when Aries Spears ran his mouth. He didn't just throw a little jab at Cube. He trashed the man's acting, music, and whole legacy on Big Boy's Neighborhood like he was auditioning to get canceled. Aries straight up called Cube trash as a rapper and as an actor.
Ice Cube is a motherfucking lyricist.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting wise.
Really?
He's the same.
How much time we got left here? Because should I just tell him to leave now? Or?
Cube heard it and didn't stay quiet. He fired back, calling Aries irrelevant, not funny, and said dude's not even close to cracking the top 10 in black comedy. Not even on the radar. But it didn't stop there.
Think that
one of the songs I hate the most, if it comes on, I want to shoot the radio. Today was a good day.
Once 50 Cent caught wind of that clip, oh, it was over. If there's one thing 50 can't resist, it's roasting someone already spiraling. And Aries? He was setting himself up perfectly. It all started off chill. Big Boy was just doing his usual, ranking rappers, talking lists, keeping it light. But then Aries did what he always does, went completely off script.
He did a great joke. He goes, here's Ice Cube as a gynecologist. Hey, Miss Jenkins, I looked at your chart. Now get up on that butt.
That's racist. I don't know how it's racist, but what you just did is racist.
The moment Ice Cube's name dropped, Aries didn't even blink. He came in hot. And that was just the opening act. He had the nerve to drag It Was a Good Day, a song that's practically West Coast royalty. You don't touch that one unless you're looking for trouble. Even Big Boy's co-host tried to steer the convo somewhere else.
Not the greatest lyricist. He was energy. He was passion. He made you feel him. If that said, tear the club up, you wanted to tear the club up. Dear mama, you wanted to hug your mama. When you think about lyricism, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Jadakiss, my lyrics spit it.
Laughing it off to save the moment. But Aries? Nah. He doubled down hard. Then he took it to a weird place. He started doing this bizarre Ice Cube as a gynecologist impression. And it ended with a line that made everybody at the table freeze.
Watch the comments. Now, when people talk about, you ask anybody, no matter where their region, give me a top 5 rappers. Pac's usually always in that list.
Right.
I don't ever put Pac up there with...
Dead silence. Aries laughed, but nobody else did. It was awkward on a whole other level. At that point, he wasn't just coming for Cube, he was clowning the entire culture. And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, Aries threw shade at Tupac. Yes, Tupac.
Saw a comedian speaking kind of bad about you, man.
Who is this?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know if he...
What he said?
What'd he say?
He said it was nothing about you impresses him. From movies to rapping, nothing at all impresses him. And I'm like, wow, like what?
Suckers usually don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that they usually don't like me when they coming from that angle. That's cool though. Everybody got their opinion and they all stink. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's cool. He entitled to his opinion. It's the feeling is mutual. I don't think he on anybody's list of top 10 comedians, you know what I mean, in the black community for sure. I don't even know if he's on the register. What up?
He wasn't just tossing insults. He was straight up disrespecting the whole coast. And here's the wildest part. Aries knew he was stirring the pot. At one point, he looked right into the camera and said,
I'm the poster child for the world's biggest hater. If you look up the word hate, it's my picture. When did we get to a point where unless your opinion, and last time I checked as human beings, we're all allowed to opinions. At what point does it get to where unless your opinion is favorable about a person or a thing and goes with the flow of everyone else, you're a hater? I don't understand that.
The backlash came in fast. One fan said, "I love Aries' skills, but bro, the Ice Cube slander is a no-no." And another went off saying, "This is why Aries ain't credible. Talking Pac and Cube weren't lyrical? That's wild. Sounding like he mad New York lost the crown to the West in the 80s and 90s. People weren't playing. Social media lit up, and Aries caught heat from every direction."
Man, I gotta listen to this. Lulu. Nah, this hot right here.
But what Aries didn't see coming, the actual legends he dissed stepping in. Usually in the industry, the big names stay quiet. They ignore the noise and keep it moving. Not this time. Cube heard him loud and clear and clapped back like a boss.
Cube was on when I'm just watching. Music.
And
all of it.
Movies, all of it.
Yeah. I never really seen Ice Cube in films that weren't his. You know, like he kind of produced the vehicle that he was in. And it wasn't like he was just being an actor in someone else's film.
Ice Cube didn't just defend his name, he came for Aries' whole career. He questioned if Aries was even funny, even relevant, even real in the black comedy game.
He sent me a clip where Ice Cube responded. He was on a radio show and the dude played him the snippet. And the first thing Ice Cube says is, well, most suckers don't like me. Then he goes on to say, I never heard of this dude. Then he finishes by saying, well, he's just not funny. Well, you can't have it both ways. If you don't know who I am, how do you know if I'm funny or not? So you can't have it both ways.
It wasn't a casual response. It was a straight up career check. And Cube didn't break a sweat doing it. Cube knows the game better than most. He's not just a rapper. He's a blueprint. From writing for NWA, dropping one of the most legendary diss tracks ever, creating Friday, and building the Big Three League, Cube's got receipts in every lane. So when he speaks, it holds weight. But Aries, instead of falling back, he doubled down again. Even after fans dragged him and legends buried him, he went right back on interview, still talking slick. Like mocking Cube once wasn't enough. Dude came back for more, and that's when things took another turn.
For the record, I respect Ice Cube, the man. I respect Ice Cube in terms of what he's brought to the game. He's one of the pioneers, so hats off to him.
Because now it wasn't just about Cube. Somewhere, probably sipping something fancy in a luxury suite, 50 Cent was watching this whole mess unfold. Because Aries had the nerve to take a shot at him too. And right when folks thought 50 might let it slide, he pulled the most 50 Cent move ever. He posted a video, all calm and slick, but the shade was loud. No names needed, just 50 calling someone delusional without saying it outright. But fans knew exactly who he meant. But wait, why did 50 Cent even jump in this mess? The man's got a full plate. He's producing Power, running BMF, pushing liquor brands, locking down TV deals, and still selling out tours. So what made this specific situation hit his Instagram timeline? Simple. Folks forget that 50 and Ice Cube go way back with serious mutual respect. Back when Hollywood was still side-eyeing 50's acting hustle, Cube was one of the first to publicly co-sign him. And 50, he's always shown love back, giving Cube his props in interviews, calling him a real one, a pioneer. Now Aries Spears, he's exactly the kind of loud, washed-up comic that 50 lives to roast, talking big with nothing recent to back it up.
Said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. I never attacked him as a man. I never attacked him in terms of his character. I said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. Why am I not allowed to feel that way? Why is that? And then secondly, it's always funny. People call me a hater because they love to highlight when I say I don't like something as though I don't have love for anything.
That's the kind of energy 50 can't resist clapping at. So he pulled up, ready for battle. He dropped that icy post saying, "Check my temperature. I'm ice cold. The hood left the left side of my chest froze. Need help with your bills? I'll write you a referral. You might even get a love contract." That's cold, then calculated. And once that post landed, Aries started spiraling. He fired back with a whole emotional rant, aiming straight at Cube again, clearly hurt over Cube's earlier comments that crushed his ego. But instead of clearing the air, he made it worse. Here's where Aries completely tripped over himself. He tried to backpedal, saying he respects Ice Cube as a man, but then said he doesn't think Cube's ever done anything impressive. Huh? That ain't an opinion, that's a straight-up contradiction. That's when the internet really turned on him. People weren't mad he had a hot take. They were mad he folded once the pressure hit. Comments flooded in like, "You can't give a hot take and get mad when somebody returns the same energy." Another one hit even harder. "You can have an opinion, but after that skit, you're not valid." Ice Cube, a made man. Aries tried to play victim, but folks weren't buying it. But this right here?
Did you call me?
Oh, yes, Uncle Pete. Can you watch TJ for me? I need to run to the, I gotta run some errands. I need to go to cleaners, and I should be coming back. Okay?
All right, baby.
Thank you.
This hit Aries where it really hurts. His past. Suddenly, this wasn't just about beefing with Cube or taking jabs at 50. This was a full-blown reality check. Let's talk about the lawsuit that still follows him like a shadow. The one involving Tiffany Haddish. Back in 2022, Aries and Tiffany got slapped with a disturbing lawsuit tied to a skit that had people straight up horrified. The sketch showed a child left alone with a creepy adult character, played by Aries, and the whole vibe was off. Real office. The way the camera lingered made folks feel uncomfortable immediately. The internet did not hold back. Twitter blew up. The Shade Room posted the footage, and it got ugly fast. People were disgusted. And even though the lawsuit was eventually settled out of court, and the video got wiped from the web, the damage was already done. That stain never really faded from Aries' name. And what did he do next? He didn't lay low. Nah. Aries started popping up on interviews like he was on payroll. Always ranting, always playing the victim, always crying about being blackballed. He kept saying he should be on Kevin Hart's level, like he was owed something. But people started connecting the dots. Aries was doing more talking than working. He wasn't building anything new. He was just clinging to old grudges. Instead of headlines for stand-up or major roles, his name kept trending for the wrong reasons. Wild interviews, disrespecting legends, or rehashing old scandals. He wasn't getting booked. He was getting dragged. And let's be real, inside the industry. Aries has a reputation. Former castmates have spoken out, saying he was tough to work with, always trying to outshine everybody, always making it about him. Sure, he's got talent. His impressions hit, and he can control a crowd. But he never got that Chappelle-level breakout. And that bitterness, it shows. So why did this whole Ice Cube feud blow up in Aries' face so bad? Because when you come for Cube, you're not just talking about a rapper or actor. You're coming at a pillar in the culture. A man with deep roots and deep respect. Let's break it all the way down.
Equation will never be satisfied. Why? Because some other motherfucker will come along that'll take and blow the world up, and you'll want to be that. And then some other motherfucker will come around and have as talented as you, or possibly more, and then you're going to get upset. Because again, you focus on everything that is not you.
Hold up.
Everything you want,
wait a minute,
but not what's in your present space.
No Vaseline didn't just shake the room. It's still ranked as one of the top 3 diss tracks of all time. And Friday, that wasn't just a movie. It became a cultural blueprint. It birthed iconic characters, redefined black comedy, and locked itself in as a rite of passage in hip-hop culture. And the Big 3 League? Ice Cube built a whole basketball empire from the ground up. Now it's got big money backing and real NBA legends in the mix. Let's not forget, before all of that, Cube was ghostwriting for Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, MC Ren, basically penning the heart of NWA while still a teenager. That's legendary energy. Aries Spears, on the other hand, his biggest impact on the culture is a few Mad TV impressions, some all-right stand-up sets, and now, disrespecting Ice Cube on podcasts, going viral for all the wrong reasons. That's why fans immediately had Cube's back. And here's the cold twist. When Cube recently teased the cast list for the long-awaited Final Friday movie, Aries Spears' name was nowhere to be found. Now maybe he was never in the running, but fans caught the vibe quick. The timing, way too perfect. It felt like Cube was sending a crystal clear message. Aries is not invited to this table. No matter how many voices Aries can mimic, he's not getting cast where it really counts. He wanted to go viral? Well, mission accomplished, but not for his jokes, not for his talent. He's trending because 2 legends, Cube and 50, called him irrelevant. And the wild part, nobody disagreed. If you made it this far, hit that like button Drop a comment below. Do you think Aries crossed the line, or is he just misunderstood? Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with someone who needs the full story. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.